Deep Space Nine was the best Star Trek. There, I've said it. Welcome to the Tachyon podcast, part of the scitrek family.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
I love Deep Space Nine. On a video a couple of days ago, I said Deep Space Nine didn't work, and I got a couple of comments from people saying, "What do you mean Deep Space Nine didn't work? It was the best." And I'm like, you need to listen to the next 2 minutes of the video, because I actually said, look, the first couple of seasons for me weren't amazing. They were basically stuck on the base, on the space station. There was the whole wormhole thing. It didn't get really good until the Pegasus was destroyed. That started to get interesting then. Basically, with TNG, that got good when Tachyon died. Geordie LaForge mysteriously got an engineering degree, and they actually put the Klingon in charge of the security, which is a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. When those things happened, TNG just went off to another level. It just exploded. Voyager, 7 of 9 rocking up. The show went into another level. I actually liked it before then. First season wasn't great, but I liked it before then. But 7 of 9, stratosphere. Deep Space Nine, Sisko shaved his head, and they got the Defiant. That show then went into the stratosphere, and no show under Star Trek ever had the episodes that Deep Space Nine had. Enterprise had some good episodes. Voyager, TNG had some great episodes. But episodes like In the Pale Moonlight are they're not just good sci-fi, they're not just good Star Trek, they're just really, really good television. Properly special, really special. But also, we have the storylines in Deep Space Nine with the Changelings and the Dominion War, where we got to see space battles, and I am a sucker for a space battle. But we got to see space battles like we've never seen in anything else. Grand, massive space battles that we haven't even really seen in many movies. Star Wars has come close. We haven't really had any epic battles like that in Star Trek, not on that scale. But they did it for Deep Space Nine, and they did it more than once. The Klingons attacking the station, and it says, we've got 2,000 torpedoes and all these phases and everything. And, they go, no, you haven't, you'd lying. And he just goes, and then all those bits fall. I mean, just come on. It was absolutely incredible. The characters were phenomenal. I actually think Benjamin Sisko and the relationship between his son was brilliant, and something we don't see in Star Trek very often. A not always great relationship, but one that worked. I absolutely loved Quark and the way they changed the Ferengi a little bit, but I loved that whole thing. I loved his brother Rom, and Rom's wife. Ooh, hello. I loved everything about the show. I really loved the start. Now, the first double episode with Picard, with the whole Borg thing, that was so clever. Whoever thought of that, of starting the show basically on Wolf 359, they deserve a medal. And I want a Star Wars-esque thing where they walk up the middle where all the people inside go, yeah! And then they get a medal from Gene Roddenberry's Ghost. And because it was genius, it was such a clever idea. That then, the scene with Picard was really powerful and really kicked off the new show. Now, as I said, the next 2 seasons really didn't quite fulfill the hype of the promise of those first 2 episodes, but oh my god, it did once the Defiant came into it, as I said, once we got those big space battles. The season finale with Sisko and the demon thing, not so much. For me, the best 2 episodes are actually the couple of episodes before that when the Dominion War ended. I kind of wish that's where the series had ended. For me, the best season finale is actually Voyager, just because it actually got home. The way it got home was quite good. We thought they were going to sort of maybe do they haven't got home thing, but they didn't. I actually think they just gave the fans what they wanted there, and ended the show nicely instead of trying to be too clever for once. So I thought that was great. DS9's finale, as I said, not as great with the whole fire things. But the main reason why I'm really talking about this is that Secret Hideout seemed to be doing an awful lot with Voyager. Now, we got to see a bit of Deep Space Nine stuff from Picard Season 3, obviously, when the Changelings came back. But we didn't see O'Brien. We didn't see any of the characters. All we keep seeing is Voyager characters. We saw Tuvok. We have obviously seen Seven of Nine. There is rumours about Janeway coming back in a new series. Where's the love for Deep Space Nine? I genuinely think that would be a more interesting story. Now, I don't think Avery Brooks is particularly active in the world of Star Trek, so maybe you can't bring him back. But Nana Visitor is. She could come back, and I'd love to see it. She's voiced a couple of things on Lower Decks. Get her back. You could bring back O'Brien, even though Cole Meany, I think he's actually like a proper actor, but pay him enough, he'll probably do it. So there are ways you could do it. Lower Decks has been to Deep Space Nine, so they did have some love for it there. But for me, it deserves a lot more respect than it gets. And it deserves more respect from Secret Hideout. I hope that whatever they do with new shows that they have to produce following the end of Strange New Worlds, and hopefully the end of Academy, I don't want to see that show, that they will do something that maybe incorporates a little bit of Deep Space Nine if they want to bring back more and more legacy characters. It doesn't just have to be the TNG crew. It doesn't just have to be Voyager crew. Where is the Deep Space Nine crew? Bring them back and let's explore what happened with the Dominion. Let's explore what happened with, there must have been an aftermath from that conflict. Where are the Cardassians now? What are they up to? I'd love to see more about the Breen, because the Breen came in, spanked the Federation. We must have sort of retaliated at some point, wouldn't we? I'd like to see what's going on there. But anyway, guys, get into the comments, tell me what you think. First of all, just straight up, out of all of the Star Trek series, and they include the new Trek, what is the best? What is the daddy? Just don't have to argue about it. Everyone's opinion's valid. What's your favourite? For me, Deep Space Nine, all day. Also, what do you think about my thinking that Deep Space Nine leaves a little bit more love from Secret Hideout and Alex Kurtzman? Voyager gets a lot. Where's the DS9 love? Get into the comments, tell me what you think. As always, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. It really helps us out, and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can go and join the channel, in which case you get to see the videos up to 24 hours before everybody else. Can't say fairer than that. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.